and everyone can say hello.
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 Oh, he did it again. He did it again. Perfect. Oh,
Beautiful.
So harmonious. That's the ease about having 3 players instead of like 6 or 7, because that would be a mess. But hello everyone.
Would have been fun.
Welcome to the Nameless campaign. I am the Dungeon Master of Whiskey on Twitch, and I am joined by my... We haven't got a party name yet. If they ever have one, then that's all
a team
good.
name.
Eventually.
A team name.
But we are joined by our lovely adventurers. We have Road, played by Picto Beam. Say hello.
Hello.
We have Lorelei, played by Nat.
Oh.
I know, I rolled that R so
Oh.
goddamn
I was
well,
like,
didn't I?
That was a good roll.
That was a good roll. Holy shit.
Damn.
That's all I've done for my all the week. I've just been practicing that single bit. And we have Rising Sun from Taciturn 1. Say hello.
Hello.
Hmm.
You didn't let Nat say hello.
I'm sorry. I got too impressed with my roll. Say hello.
I did say hello, but you were just
Thank
rolling
you.
all the way.
Thank you for pointing me out and calling me out on it. I appreciate that.
Honestly.
Oh my
I'm so
So caught
it's
up in yourself.
you gotta
Caught
love
up in your
yourself, everyone.
Rs.
You gotta, yeah. But we are continuing from last session. Obviously, last session for the Nameless campaign, our band of adventurers were basically sneaking onto a sailing ship, under the guise of, or under the agreement, sorry, that they will be assisting in a future mutiny of Captain K, a Goliath who is basically just an asshole. It was also established by Twiggy that what was initially a kind of transport kind of job that Twiggy ran, he established that it's actually not that. They are more scavengers than anything. They get coordinates of sunken ships, and from there they just explore and take what's there for themselves. Twiggy was mentioning about Captain K obviously is the main protector of the group, but he takes a very unfair amount of the gold that is worth in the halls. And through this and the unfair deal that the crew had, certain members have banded together to start to put a plot together to basically sort this captain out. And we find ourselves in basically the cabin's quarters with a couple of characters. We have a macaw Aerocrocra called Figaro, a slime person called Noodle, and a human called Cassandra, along with Twiggy. And we basically are going to be starting this session right at the top. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to bring the combat map up just to give people who are watching a bit more of a visual representation of everything, and alongside everyone's pronouns and all that kind of stuff as well. So, yeah. Are you lot ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh,
So,
perfect.
we bring ourselves, and it's still morning, right? You know that the captain right now is above, like basically one level above. And you know that he is currently asleep. So, obviously, this conversation is... We're going to say that it is obviously whispers when this is going on. So you don't have to whisper yourselves. But yeah, the early morning. And you see Twiggy, who is sat at the table. And he's looking at everyone going, right, so... We were going to do this, obviously, without you three here. But... I spoke to our attendees here and basically let them know that, well, you're quite strong. You know, you handled whatever happened. I still don't know exactly what happened there in the middle of a town when those pirates actually arrived, and I said that you stopped them. So they agreed that, you know, the more people we can have in this, and he whispers, mutiny or coup, the better. I do know that Captain K is a formidable fighter. So there's a few of us here. Sorry, Noodle. And Noodle's like, oh, don't worry, it's fine. Who aren't the best at combat, myself included. Not the best at it. I can do my part, but the fact that we have people like you three on our side is fantastic. The issue is we haven't spoke to the rest of the crew yet. We only just met the other day. We had this idea of finally taking over this ship, claim it for our own, and make sure that we actually get equal share in the treasures that we find. But it was only between myself, Figaro, Cassandra, and Noodle. So the issue we have right now is we need to try and get as many of the crew members on our side, but in a way that they're not going to run off to Captain K and then call us out. If it falls apart, and we have to deal with it, but we want to try and get this as one-sided as possible, if that makes sense to all of you. So the crew right now are down below. We would have to go down there, and I can do the speaking for you, but I think it needs to come from you three. Obviously, you are strangers on this ship of ours, so we want to make sure that, you know, they trust you. You're going to have to be able to convince them. Something that I hope will come across with this crew is that you're not going to motivate them with fear. Captain K gets them to do work because they're scared if they don't do the work. Who knows what will happen? We've lost a few people before. But yeah, we just need as many people on the crew as possible. And even if they're not in full agreement, we need to make sure that they're not going to lean towards Captain K's side. If that's the case, then that's people we have to fight. Hopefully we can stop them and not too much bloodshed is spilt. Because after all, we do need a crew to man this ship. But if you three are okay with it, we'll start to make the moves. And Noodle is sort of... Noodle is sort of in his own little hammock, right? And the hammock itself has slime residue on it all, and it's his. Like, he claimed that one. No one wants that one because it's just covered in slime. And he's just sort of like... it's almost like... almost like you put jelly in a glass container, and it's sort of just fitting perfectly inside it. So he's sort of sinking back in, and the top of his chest head and his arm is poking out. He's like, yeah, so I'm gonna probably keep my distance. If anything happens, I'm not the strongest. But I will try my best to provide some support when all hell breaks loose. And Figaro goes, yep, I can provide some support. I will be taking my usual position in the crow's nest, but luckily I can provide some support from there. My goal is, though, if I'm honest with you, to make sure that the captain doesn't figure out that I'm helping you. So if anything goes wrong, I'm not saying it's going to go wrong, but if it does, I can just be like, oh no, I was up there minding my own business and keep an eye on things. I hope that makes sense to all of you. And Twiggy just goes, yeah, that's fine. Don't worry. And Cassandra right now, you see Cassandra is just taking it all in, being just very quiet and just contemplating what's to come. But you do see that she is nodding her head in agreement to what Twiggy is saying. And for Cassandra right now, she's very much keeping her eyes on the three of you to see how you're reacting to Twiggy's plan. And Twiggy just turns to all of you and goes, so, is there any objections, any other ideas? What would you like to do? Again, if we just go straight up to it and we try to take him out without the crew's backing, then we risk everyone else turning on us, especially if he survives, which he might do, especially Captain K is pretty tough. So what do you think? What do you think? Road, obviously your friends here have their say too, but what do you think first, Road?
Can I roll an insight check on Figaro?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, of course you can.
Vicious.
All right, I have a +5. That is a 17.
17, very nice. Oh, by the way, people who are watching, the party actually leveled up to level 4 after last week's session. So some of them have got new feats. Road has taken a bump up in their wisdom as well. So now their wisdom is 20. 17, what are you trying to, in the simplest way, what are you trying to take away from what Figaro is saying?
Sure, mostly just to try to gauge if there's any. I mean, obviously, like it looks like they're nervous, to some extent in terms of with it, but to try to see if there's any sort of like body language or something to pick up, in fear of them being like a double cross,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you know what I mean, type of
Absolutely.
a thing, right?
With a 17, again, the first thought is that they are nervous, right?
Sure,
Sure. And from your point of view, that is the forefront of what they are trying to put across. They're not trying to hide anything, what you can tell at least. They are being very forefront in the knowledge that they aren't the strongest when it comes to combat. They are better at a distance. So you see that they are planning, right? But they're trying to make sure that they aren't going to be in the way.
Sure.
When it comes to combat, they're going to have a position of an advantageous position. But yeah, there's a degree of trust there. Obviously, you've only just met them, but
Right.
nothing sinister comes off them.
Okay. I would look at Twiggy and be like, I'm here to help. I was joking when I said this, at the tavern. But my skills are yours.
That's good to know. I was actually kind of shocked when you mentioned what it was. Something I'm not too sure. Very very weird. Very weird. But it's fine. It's fine. How about the both of you? Lorelei and Rising Sun, right?
That's right.
What was
I
you
think you got this in the bag. I'll just use my womanly charm to convince them.
He sort of looks at the both of you and goes, I mean, you're welcome to stay in here if you want to. It's fine. You can just be along for the ride, Lorelei.
No. I am a valuable asset to this team.
It's
and
true.
Nobody can resist me.
Also true.
And he looks at the skulls and is like,
See?
oh, okay. Is that what happened if they do resist you?
It is not information I'll just share off the bat.
Understandable. We've only just met. Fine. And you just see, like, Noodles just, his head's just, it's literally just his head now in the blob of, like, the pool of jelly. And he's just looking like, and if you can see, like, an eyebrow raise, you'd see an eyebrow raise. Yeah, that's it. And Cassandra's just shaking her head right now.
Sure.
Well, and then Twig goes, what about you, Miss Sun?
Son, yes, that's fine. Well, sir, my only concern is, well, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm rather big and intimidating myself. I don't want to scare the crew by reminding them of the captain.
If I'm being honest with you, when I saw you walk in that bar, it wasn't intimidation that came across from you, if I'm honest. The crew knows intimidation. They know what real intimidation is. From my experience, you're not putting out offers. I think you'll be okay. And honestly, and he looks at like Noodle and goes, they seem fucking stranger, so don't worry.
Well, okay, if you insist.
You'll be okay. So, if that's okay with everyone, I think we need to start setting up to sail. We need to act like everything's going as smooth as usual. Is that okay, Cassandra? And Cassandra's just looking, going, yes, of course. Don't worry. I'm sure everything will be fine. I can help as much as I possibly can. But just be aware he is strong. It will be a tough fight, regardless of how many crew are on board with ourselves or himself. So, good luck. And there's this moment where, as Cassandra says good luck, you hear a at the top, so just above your head, especially for you, Rising Sun. Like, you're closest to the ceiling in this room, and you just hear footsteps, just poof, poof, heavy footsteps.
Oh goodness!
And as that happens, you just poof, 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 and it's just footsteps moving around the floor above. And a bit of time goes by, and everyone in the room starts to go kind of quiet, right? They sort of just look around at each other. And after about a minute, there's this noise on the... actually at the back, around about here where Figaro is. And it's just a... brrrp, 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 brrrp. And this dull kind of sea-coloured light starts to what's the word? Is undulate the right word? Either way. Pulsate, yeah. Pulse. Woof, woof. And Figaro taps and goes, aye, Captain, how are you? And you hear on the other side, coming from this noise, good morning, crew. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're all excited for a lovely voyage. I know you've all got your jobs to do today, so I expect them to be done at post-haste. Cassandra. Yes, Captain. Meet me in my room, please. Post-haste. Everyone make an insight check real quick.
Oh
Ooh,
shit!
spooky business.
Dirty
Man,
20.
Insight
Nat
plus
20.
0.
Nice.
Oh no. Oh no.
So, what about you, Lorelei?
A 5.
A 5. What was yours, Rising Sun?
13.
Nice. Road total of what?
Hmm?
Should be like 27 or 28 for natural 20, right?
Oh, no, I said a dirty 20.
Oh, dirty
I rolled
20.
a 15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so I had,
Still good.
Dirty 20.
So Cassandra, during this whole meeting, has kind of had a kind of a cool, reserved demeanor. And even though you can tell that this is like a routine kind of thing, it's something that Cassandra expected, and obviously Figaro just reacted to it straight away, you do see a little bit of like perspiration, like a little bit of sweat come from Cassandra's forehead, and it trickles down her face. As she like takes a deep breath and right. Again. Good luck. I'll be fine. Just get as many as the crew as you can. Okay? Okay. And she just kicks off the hammock with her little woof, woof, with her feet, and then she makes her way whoop, out to the top. And you just hear her go at the top. And I'm gonna place her. Yeah, please.
As she's walking out, I don't know if this is going to require like a roll behind the scenes for her at all for you, but I am gonna like reach out and then just like lightly like touch her shoulder.
Okay.
And then I know that it's like concentration for all that stuff, but I figure that I won't need to like worry too much in terms of with it. But I'm gonna give guidance.
Cool. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. An extra D4. Cool. So as the door closes for Cassandra to leave, and you see her make her way up the stairs, Twiggy just goes to all of you. Okay, everyone in their positions. Figaro, you know where to go. Noodle, I'm sorry, swap the deck. You know, I don't like saying that to you, but you have to. And it was like, yeah, don't worry, I'm fine. And he comes out of his like little puddle and he starts to wander out. And Figaro just goes, good luck, everyone. Good luck. Hope you have a lovely time. See you soon. Bye bye. And he goes to the top. And Twiggy turns to you and goes, okay, you 3 ready? 3 ready to go?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's go.
Whoa, Jesus.
Right. And he just nervously takes a little breather, and you make your way down. So for all of you, move your tokens to... Oh, God, I'm moving the map. To the bottom section of the map, please. So around about here. Thank you.
Oh, they're here.
Yeah.
Making my way.
Making my way. So there's more crew than this, but I thought I'd just put a few crew down here.
Oh, my
Jesus.
God.
Oh, okay.
We're surrounded. Wait,
God,
where am I?
if this was a fight, we'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh my
You're
gosh.
fine, right? You're fine. But yeah. So the moment you come down these stairs, like there is chattering going on, right? And the room's sort of like we're all starting to get ready. We're all getting dressed and all that kind of stuff. And as you come down the stairs, you just see them all just stop and stare at you. And Twiggy goes, all right, everyone. We haven't been very forefront of all of you. But as some of you have discussed with myself personally, that we are not the happiest with how Captain K has been treating us. At least when it comes to the share of profit, the share of treasure. Me and the main crew have been discussing a way to take Captain K out of the picture. For us, this is something that I think has to happen. But before that, you all have the option. You all have a choice. You are with us, or you're against us in this. You support us, or you go against us. Now, you can stay out of the whole thing and pretend nothing happens. It's nothing to do with you. That's fine. But you all know how powerful Captain K is. We need as many of you on board with this as possible. All of you need to play your parts. And there's always a degree of trust. Now, before anything, before you make judgment, we have these 3 joining us on this task. So, judge them for yourselves. If you're on board, you're on board. If you're not, you can leave. But just know, if you join us, you will get your fair share. As Twiggy finishes this mini speech, you hear like a chatter and whispers. And Twiggy just sort of turns to you 3 and just goes, well, I said my part. Now it's up to you. Who's who's taking charge in this conversation. And you do see, by the way, they are obviously looking at all three of you, but as they're not simpletons, right? But in a logical mindset, the first thing the crew actually does is look at the biggest person. Because for Rising Sun, they don't get to see many people at your size. One of the biggest intimidation factors of Captain K is he's a Goliath. He's a lot bigger than everyone in the crew. You know, and again, there's quite a few different mixed races in this crew. You're one of the only ones who are almost as tall as Captain K. You're about his shoulder height, right? If not a little bit taller. Everyone else is smaller. As they sort of murmur, they sort of turn, they sort of go quiet. And then this one over here, I can't click on that sucks. Hang on a second.
No,
I got it. This one here.
this one. Okay.
I got him. Just goes, he's like leaning back and goes, go on then. Who are you? And he's looking at all three of you.
Well, sir, my name is Rising Sun. You can call me Sun. This here is Miss Road, and this is Miss Lorelei.
Okay.
Hello, sailor.
They sort of just look at each other as Lorelei says this, like, what the fuck? What? Oh, God. And he's sort of like, okay, if we're going to trust you three, tell us about yourselves. What can you do? Are you strong? What convinces that you're not just going to go up there, go into Captain K's face, and then just get it taken off yourself? Looking at you, Rising Sun, more than anything again.
Okay, so it's my turn first.
Sure, yeah, whatever you want to do. If you feel like you want to hold back a tiny bit or someone else goes for it, it's up to you. They are definitely looking at the bigger person right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, sir, my clan hails from the Highlands. We are the guardians of the Bukhara Spires. We are the protectors of this realm, and we deal against any and all visitors that may come through these gates. So I have spent my life dedicated to fighting against these threats, and I believe that I can help you with your problem.
Have you killed a man?
A man? I suppose it depends on your definition of a man.
Person. Anything. Any race. Have you killed?
Well, not yet, but we focus more on pushing the threats back through the portals. We're not able to successfully kill the creatures that come through.
There's a little bit of a... you do hear some of them say the Bukhara spires. As we all look at you and go, so if push comes to shove and you need to end our hopefully former captain's life, are you able to do that?
If I have reason to believe that he poses a threat to innocent lives, then yes, I will do what needs to be done.
This one over here, because I changed voices, it's going to be a different person. There you go. He sort of like nods. And then the one just south of that person goes, what about the rest of you then? You, little one. And points to Lorelei.
Little one.
Well, you see these skulls? You don't want to be next.
Maybe
No, not the
best idea.
intimidation.
Roll me intimidation, Lorelei.
Oh no.
Maybe not the best idea to intimidate them.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Roll it.
Probably not gonna be.
How much, sorry?
10.
10. it's middle ground. So there's like I mean, someone would sort of laugh at the idea as well, and go, "Whose schools are they? Give us a story, Grandma." In the most
She's gonna-
respectful way.
pick up one of them and just. Well, this was my husband, and he was killed by the most ferocious fruit out there. A tomato. A devil's fruit.
Tomato. We got tomatoes in the barrels, haven't we? Oh shit. Okay.
Oh god, tomatoes on the ship!
No, you
Get
didn't.
rid of them right now!
No, well, if you take charge when you can tell us what to do, but we actually need it a little bit, because if we don't take the tomatoes and we get ill, it's horrible. Trust me. No disrespect, but we need them to survive as well.
I've heard of this thing called scurvy.
Yeah, scurvy.
Yeah, Lucky Pete, he's not doing well, and you see, who's gonna do it? This is Lucky Pete. Lucky Pete over here is in the corner, and you see
On his last legs.
You see Lucky Pete just like, and they're looking at him going, he's actually just come back from home, actually. We haven't even set sail yet, and he's still fucked. He hasn't got a chance, has he? He's like, and he just like a really weak thumbs up.
Oh no.
Oh.
Calling Lucky, well, show him, Pete. And Lucky Pete, like, pulls up his trouser leg, and he's lost, like, the bottom part of his leg.
Oh.
And then you notice that he's well, first off, as he pulls it up, you see like a hand, right? But then he brings it up and he sort of unscrews it and like pops it off. So he lost a leg, I lost an arm, and they go, "Do you know why you lost that? Do you know why you lost it?" And everyone's like, Tell him. Cooking accident." And everyone just starts laughing. He's just like, "Yeah, fine." And he just screws it back on and pops it in. He's like,
Must
"Going to
have
pop
been a
off."
tomato.
And he just stares at you and it's like, "I need them." And then he's like, sitting back down. And again, the crowd starts to chatter a tiny bit. And then the last one, right here goes, "And how about you, blue one?"
Are these like crew like from here? Like, would they know? Like, would they be the type that would ever like pop in?
Do me a favor,
Some of
actually.
them, maybe? Sure, yeah.
Roll me just a d20.
Okay.
If it goes above a 10, then you'll know a couple of them. Like, might not be... I'm going to say this. They're not exactly, like, chatty, right?
Sure.
It's just that you might have seen them. If it's below a 10, they go to somewhere else.
I rolled right at a 10 when you said that. I just like was just rolled it like as soon as. So
Did I say
the bare minimum? But I didn't.
Sure. So let's say a couple of them have been patrons of the Tipsy Dove.
I think that I like Road like looks out to them and just like there's almost like a not like a pleadingness like in terms of like, you know, thing, but just like a sense of hopeful like determination like in their voice, right? And just like you know that I give 100% in everything that I do. I have committed to this. We have gone up against some combat. You know, we've taken down some of those pirates from before. This is something that I believe that you all deserve to have that fair share. And I want you to have it. And I think that hopefully with what you've seen and how you've engaged with me at the Tipsy Dove, that you know that I give 100% in everything that I do.
Whispers. Some of them nod. The ones who have been to the Tipsy Dove sort of nod. You know, they're sort of chatting through. We do good service. We do look after it. Blah, blah, blah. What I'd like Road and Rising Sun to do is I would like you both to make a persuasion check.
Oh,
Ooh,
boy.
persuasion.
Oh boy.
Lorelai,
With my
Nice.
+1.
Lorelai,
Mhm.
I wanted to like your intimidation check to be part of it. If that's okay with you.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Definitely.
your intimidation was 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have an 18.
18.
I rolled a 9.
Anything on top of that?
No, that's with the +1.
Okay.
My charisma's bad.
Okay.
Doing great.
I'm trying.
As that one happens, again, there's chatter going on. You see that they do go into a bit of a not a huddle, but they just sort of lean down a tiny bit and do kind of whispers and stares and looks. And they look at you, Rising Sun, with a natural 18. An 18.
Yeah, it's not natural.
It's okay, don't worry. And they go, and are you gonna be leading the fray?
Leading.
Well, I hope you're not just standing at the back.
Well, no, I will be at the front. I assumed that you gentlemen would want to decide how to take on this man on your own terms rather than following somebody who you don't really know that well.
Well, if I'm honest with you, we might look all rugged and tough and all that, but we are sailors in the end. We're not exactly fighters. That's why we had Captain K. He's the fighter. He's the one who protects us. So us, we're just making sure that, we're on your side. Bear this in mind as well. If we do see that it's starting to lean in our captain's favour, or former captain's favour, you can't blame us to try and lean towards him again. So you've got to be convicted if you want us on your side.
I believe that with the numbers that we have, and with the faith that we are shown, we can do this.
They nod. They all nod. And they basically look at you and go, we'll give you your answers later. In fact, do what you gotta do. We'll be on your side, we won't be. But don't wait for us. If you rely on us, then you're gonna go. You might as well just give up now. We're not most capable people, at least when it comes to combat. We're good sailors, not the best at combat.
I understand.
We wish you luck. We're going to get on with our jobs. Whenever you start it, do you want to give us a signal? We can just be out of your way. That could be the agreement, that we just get out of your way. Because again, if we get used, I know that Captain K has some nasty tactics somehow. I'm sure he won't put it past himself to use us as a shield. So, the best we probably could do is get out of your way.
If that is your choice, then I accept your decision.
Okay. Well, good luck to you all. We'll see you topside. And, hopefully here's to a new beginning. And we sort of they all have little drinks of water and stuff like that. And we just sort of put our hands up and all right, yeah. And then they take their drinks and they start to disperse one by one as they go onto their day-to-day jobs when it comes to setting sail. And as this goes, you do hear the boat, the ship sort of shift, just, and then a gentle push as the ship itself starts to coast towards the open sea.
Well, we're in it now.
Mm-hmm.
So you three, I'm just going to quickly do this. Boop, and boop, and boop. I'm just going to delete them because I don't think I need.
Oh my god, they're
this many.
dying.
Oh no.
They're all dying.
Oh no!
They're dropping dead.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
dropping like flies. We told you
Oh,
this
no.
was happening. So you four are at the bottom as they sort of like squeezed by you as they went up. Questions for you three then. A couple actually. One, does anyone want to make an insight check first to see if any of the crew are going to basically call you out for one? Two.
I was gonna ask for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do that roll for
Probably
me.
a good idea.
Roll me the insights, and then we'll go on to the next thing as well. Second thing is there anything you want to say to Twiggy before whatever you want to do happens? And then three, is anyone curious about what's happening with Cassandra? So let's go for
I'll look out for Cassandra.
let's go for insight first.
I was gonna.
So tell me some insights.
I got a 17.
Good.
I got 16.
16.
Nice.
Lorelai?
Oh, I'm supposed to be rolling too. I thought it was okay.
You don't-
You don't
Yeah,
have
I
to.
got a 17.
Wow.
Nice.
Good job. Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Again, you sense a little bit of desperation from this crew, right? They need you can sense that they do need not leadership in a sense, but strength in some way. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say that Lucky Pete is still in the boxes over here. He's sure.
Oh,
He's sure
Oh yes.
he's just chilling. He's along for the ride. But yeah, you sense the desperation in their voices. As they walk by, most of them like were nodding their heads in respect. Some look nervous, like a bit of trepidation in them because of the whole what if it goes wrong, what if you all fail, right? Not all of them are, it's not that they don't trust you, but they don't know if you are actually up for this challenge, right? But right now, it's more of a case of prove to them during it that you can handle yourself. The moment, if it looks like you three are losing, right, it's leaning towards Captain K's side, they might shift. So just something to bear in mind when it comes to that. Fingers crossed you'll be fine, but who knows. But no one seems to be desperate to be on Captain K's side right now. They're hoping that it goes well for you three, right? And obviously for Twiggy as well, because Twiggy's sort of the front man of this all of this. So yeah, that's that. Then the next part is there anything you wanted to say to Twiggy? Anything at all? It's totally cool if not.
I haven't
We
even.
got this.
All right. Twiggy.
Oh, we got this.
Twiggy's Twiggy looks at you, Lorelai, as you say that, and goes, "Oh, best bloody have it." And you see that he's sort of mirroring the vibe of the crew. You know, that nervous, like that anticipation of change that is going to come up. But he just looks at you three and goes, "So, I'm going to go up there, make sure everything's actually okay first, do my actual job first, keep an eye on the crew, make sure no one's doing anything to give our position away, our plans away. But whenever you're ready, you come up, and I guess we start the show. Give it a bit of time, collect yourselves, collect your thoughts, collect your plans. And he points to like there's a little bits of little holes in the side of the ship, right? And he goes, "You can enjoy the view a tiny bit if you want to. Whatever needs to happen to settle yourselves. Stay quiet. Remember, the captain can be kind of anxious. Again, Cassandra is supposed to be number 2. But he's never given her that position. Because that position has the power. He doesn't like that. So just be subtle. When the time comes, just good luck. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Good luck to all of you. We'll see you up top. Goodbye. And he goes to the top.
What mess have we gotten ourselves into?
A
Oh,
great
God.
big one.
Apparently.
So, is there anything you three want to talk to each other about? Again, I obviously asked you about if you want to check up on Cassandra in some way, if anyone's got the ability to do that. But yeah, is there anything you three would like to talk to each other about before we crack on?
I think Sun would just make sure that the other two are like up for this. So she'd just be like, "Are you two okay with this? I just want to make sure."
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
seen a lot of death. I could see more.
Mhm.
Throw him into the sea.
Yeah.
I'll do my best.
A question with guidance. Would there be any way of like having like some sort of like innate knowledge in terms
Yeah.
of with it if I would know if it like
So that's
if it had been, used, quote unquote,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
So-
type of a thing?
So basically, how guidance works, and a fair few concentration spells work. You don't. It won't give you the idea of positioning. Like there's certain spells that help with that, but you know that you are currently concentrating on that spell. With guidance specifically, and you'd know this.
Sure.
Once it's used, the concentration is gone, so you know that it's been used. So yeah, that's the information you know, right? You know that you would be able to tell if it's
like
been
I would
used.
feel like that I would need to be like holding that anymore. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. And I'm still holding on to it, I'm assuming.
No,
Okay.
it's been a few minutes since
Okay.
Cassandra went to meet Captain K.
Mhm.
Apart from that, you know, it hasn't been used yet. That's it. That's all the information you know.
Okay. Got it.
All right. Continue role playing if you three want to discuss what you want to do next.
I don't think we
Well,
can
how
just
are we
throw him into the
striking?
sea.
Yeah, we
Mm.
can't.
No.
But
I
the
mean, I guess we
sharks.
could. I just mean I don't know if we have the like physical ability.
Look at Sun over there.
The very true. You're forgive me. Absolutely.
I have to be honest. I'm more of a speed person rather than a strength person.
Sure.
What if I make you larger?
Is that something you could do?
Yes. Not much, but yes.
Would that have any effect on my strength?
I believe it gives you advantage on certain checks, doesn't it? Enlarge reduce is the spell,
Yeah,
right?
has advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
And
So your weapon grows to match your size.
it does. Yeah.
Incredible.
Just want to make sure, because obviously, Rising Sun uses Dex as their attack.
Yeah, I'm a dex based.
Mhm.
No, you get you get an additional D4 extra damage on the enlarge. So yeah, no matter what, you would deal extra damage on your weapon attacks.
Awesome.
So that's definitely something.
Big kitty, big.
Big, bigger.
Stronger.
Off road, on road, no road.
Right, exactly.
So, how big would you be? We are on a ship. I don't.
Oh gosh. Oh no,
I absolutely.
I'm
wouldn't.
just gonna-
I'll say right now, do not do it until you're at the top.
Yeah.
The target
Do it here.
size doubles.
Be able to fit.
So
Yeah.
you'd basically turn into a large creature in a sense, Rising Sun.
Yeah,
you're-
because I think I'm medium
Large.
right now.
Yeah, you go from
Mhm.
medium to large. So for point of reference, you're 7 foot something, right?
I didn't pick a height, to be
I
honest.
believe you're around about 7 foot.
Sure,
So
let's go with that.
let's say that. So you're going towards 14 feet.
Jesus!
Hot.
So
It's a big
That's a
kitty.
big cat!
yeah, it's a big kitty. So yeah, if that's what you want to do.
Oh god.
What's that idea?
Well, if you're certain.
We don't have to do it right now. Let's
No.
fight a little. I
Not,
want to
not,
fuck.
not now.
Oh shit.
All right. So you three, if there's anything else you want to plan together, anything at all. Obviously, Lorelei has a plan for Rising Sun.
Mhm.
Do you two ask Road about it all, or how do you want to do it? Do you want to keep it like you tell me? You tell each other like what if there's anything else you want to add to this plan before you basically go up to the top.
I just need to be at a distance.
Mhm.
All of my stuff is ranged.
Yes, you two can keep your distance, whereas I can perhaps keep his attention while you two catch him by surprise.
That would be a
I don't
good
know
idea.
if I can be secretive with my ability. Well, it's early enough. Maybe the light won't be too bright. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Oh, do you want help with light? I could try and blind them.
Oh
Or
no,
doesn't.
I just when I go into that form, it causes light to appear around me, so it causes everything to be brighter. So I don't know if it could, be to our advantage or not. Probably not, but
Mechanically
It's
speaking,
possible.
not, but it can
yeah,
be
for
like
sure. Oh no, yeah,
flavor-wise,
100%.
absolutely.
It's not. Mhm.
All right. So you three spend some time gathering your thoughts and going through a plan of action. Takes you a couple of minutes just to get to know, what you want to do. Some of you did put interest in what Cassandra was doing. Have any of you got any ideas of how to check up on them? It's up to you. You don't have to check them if you don't want to. It's totally fine. It happens. Whatever happens either way, right? But it's up to you what you want to do. Regarding that.
I'm assuming Cassandra isn't a celestial fiend or undead.
Oh
No,
no.
human.
She's not there.
Human.
Radiant.
Yeah.
What a twist.
Wait, I have an idea.
Okay.
I can cast Find Familiar. It would take like over an hour. I
That's
could
fine.
Make,
Jesus.
a rat.
Mm-hmm.
Ask a rat to go check.
So,
Oh.
Lorelei, as you approached the ship itself on the way to through the docks, you did notice there was like holes on the side, right? So holes just look out as well. So you're intelligent enough to know that you could use a rat, right, which will sneak through. I would say there might be a chance that because no one knows your plan right now, right? No, the rest of the crew's there. They might assume it is just a rat and squish it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
But you do have other options, right? In this hour, you can decide whatever you want to make your familiar. So I just wanna give you a few more options, just so you have a bit more flexibility in this approach.
Cockroach.
A cockroach. I think you only have a certain
I
amount of
don't-
choices.
Yeah, I can make a spider though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or a
I
crab.
could become something.
A crab.
Ooh, a crab. So just
I think
puts
that
in a
would
ball and-
cause more.
oh, people will
yeah.
get hungry. But food. Excellent.
Crab.
It's up to you,
Oh,
Lorelei. Unless Road, you want to do what you want to do, or you both do the same thing
Oh
at the
no,
same time.
I just.
We could both do it, just like you go as a rat and I like a spider.
I just have no way of communicating back to you.
Good point.
I have speak with
That's
animals.
true.
You have to
Well,
be within
I
range
think
of
we
the
have to.
animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have like message
The
or
rat
any
can come
type of
back
link.
and
Oh
Wait.
yeah, sure.
the rat
I
can
thought.
come back once
Yeah.
checked
I
on
can
Cassandra.
wait.
Sure.
If I can see through its eyes and hear it,
Yes, you can.
then I would just be blinded. Yeah.
Yep.
So I would just stand there, but I
Yep.
could see through the rat's eyes, so I could speak like, "Oh, this is happening."
Exactly. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
5 familiar is one of the best spells in the game
Mm-hmm.
because of that reason. So if you want to do that, Lorelei, you're more than welcome to.
Probably a good idea.
Rat or spider? Rat or spider? You know what? Let's go with spider.
Spider?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do a spider because it's smaller. I think it can fit through more spaces.
Yeah, sure. And again, you can command wherever you want the spider to go. Apologies for anyone who's got arachnophobia, but it's part of the game. So
I do too. So
Okay.
this is great.
So, oh, good. So, Lorelei, how we're gonna say that an hour passes, right? Just to speed things up. So it's more of a case of, you know, Rising Sun and Road are kind of passing time. Question though, Lorelei, as you perform this ritual, which is an hour and 10 minutes long, what does it look like? How do you do this ritual?
Well, I sit down on the floor. No, I'll sit down on the table just for height,
Mm-hmm.
so everyone could see. I'll sit down cross-legged. I'll just fold my dress and just focus. I have all of my stuff. I have my incense and my herbs in front of me, and I just start to mix it all up, and basically just like green smoke mostly surrounds me and starts spilling out.
Sick.
Like as the hour progresses, just more.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Dope.
And just after the hour and 10 minutes, just like a more bubble and smoke just comes out, and then comes out this most pathetic and more looking spider you have ever seen. It's just like it was hit, but it hasn't been hit.
It's like a pre-squished spider.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
God.
Amazing.
it's just it looks. She looks at it and she picks it up.
No,
This
very
is
nice.
Pickle. You like him?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Pickle.
We love pickle.
Question for you. It doesn't really matter too much, Lorelei, but is this going to be a celestial spider, a fey spider, or a fiend spider?
Let's do Faye.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Rising Sun, as this spider like comes out, and it's with the Fae, there's a slight like chaotic color around it as well. It doesn't shock you at all, Rising Sun, but there's a little bit where is it cockles on the back of the neck? Is that it for
Probably the fur on the back of her neck stands up.
that sort of like, yeah, it just spikes up a tiny bit, not to like make you like want to attack or defend or anything, but it's just that that uncomfortable feeling.
Yeah.
So after this has been done, Lorelei, tell me what you'd like to do with Pickle.
Do we know where like Cassandra exactly went? To the captain's quarters, yeah?
So you would know as you went onto the ship. Let me think. Captain's quarters are usually on top deck, right?
Mhm.
Because for our captain to be below his crew
Yeah,
doesn't make
that's a
too
little-
much sense. So you would absolutely know, and it's quite easy to know. And again, you are very intelligent, right? That at the top deck, the captain's quarters would be there.
I'll just start looking around for holes in like the walls to see if
Easy.
like, he could
E-
squeeze
easy
into
enough.
something.
Yeah,
Right.
there's holes pretty much everywhere, right? It's not underneath is watertight, right? But there are holes in different places. Again, just looking holes, as well, just so there's natural light coming through. You know what? Actually, with that being said, make an investigation check.
Right.
If Road or Rising Sun want to give you advantage by helping you out a tiny bit, you can roll advantage, but that's up to those two.
If I do that, I would drop the guidance that I had for
No.
Cassandra.
No,
So
that's-
help is just.
Oh, it's been an hour. Oh, that's right. It's been an hour.
Yeah.
It's been an hour and it's
Yeah, I
just
was like my
helping
brain
me.
just farted in terms of like that. I would totally give guidance like immediately.
Yeah,
like, with
sure.
no
You could do
question.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
And as an action, you can also provide help. You can use the help action. So just so we to speed things up, we will say like, Road, you grant guidance to Lorelei, because Lorelei is doing the investigating right now. Lorelei.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Rising Sun, you would help Lorelei. So Rising Sun, you would use the help action to give Lorelei advantage. Is that
Okay.
is that cool with you guys? That's something.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
this is mechanics what you're
Yeah.
learning. And
Yeah,
Sure.
I didn't want to use up a spell slot. That's all.
no. You can.
Oh no, this isn't spell.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
literally
it would-
a
yeah.
thing you can do. It costs an action to do, but that's it.
Okay.
That's all it is. So Lorelei, roll an investigation check with advantage and a D4 on top of that.
Because I have a really high investigation. 20 plus, and that's 8.
20,
Oh wait, 22. It's plus
22?
4. That's 26. 26.
26.
Yeah.
Let's
So
go.
to start
Awesome.
with, you think of just going as simple as you can, right? You find a hole to the side of the boat. You just put your spider there, and it can go around. It takes a bit longer, right? Because it's going from the outside. But you sort of make your way through the area around here, and you sort of check around in these different rooms, and it's just very shabbily put together beds. And then you find a crack directly above.
All right.
This is
I'll
the
just look at-
bottom floor, by the way.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's bottom floor. I'll take Pickle in my hands and just look at him and say, "Right, you go find Cassandra. Just go to the captain's quarters. Apparently, it's like a big dude Goliath. He's probably gonna be yelling. And you gotta find this lady in short hair. You got this, right?"
You see
He just
Pickle. Yeah.
weakly.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
and then yeah.
And I'll let him go up the wall, and then I'll connect my senses to him. So
Yeah.
If this is the room, then I'll sit down like on one of the beds, just so
Sure.
you know, not standing in the middle of the room.
Okay.
I'll sit down and
So-
Just like eyes glazed
I-
over.
I was gonna say, Road and Rising Sun, are you like following Lorelei right now at all? Are you like keeping an eye on her, or are you sort of just?
Some would probably like stand in front of the door.
Oh yeah,
of
move
that
yourselves
room.
if that's the case, everyone. So
Yeah.
Lorelei, as you sit at the end of the bed, right? You stretch your knees out a tiny bit because you've been standing for quite a while.
These old legs of mine.
And then as the spider goes into the crack, your eyes go, and your eyes turn what color?
Green.
They turn
Just 'cause-
Ooh.
like
magic.
a dark green as your body goes, and you sort of lie back on the bed. Rising Sun, roll me an Arcana check.
Oh,
Oh,
no. The sun's gonna.
boy.
What happened to me?
Exactly.
Arcana, my
Yep.
-1.
Why wasn't it me?
Because you don't need the roll, because I know
You're gonna
stuff.
be shaking me.
You don't have to roll
Oh
for this one.
boy, that's a mighty 6.
So, Rising Sun, to start with, you see Lorelei just fall back in into the bed with her eyes just dark green, just lying there completely still. What'd you do?
She'd probably just move into the room just to check that like she's still breathing, basically.
She's breathing, yeah. You have to roll for that.
But other than that, she'd be nervous about interrupting it, so
Sure.
she'd kind of just hover.
Just for creepiness, Lorelei, mouth closed and mouth open during this.
Oh god.
Mouth open. Fuck yeah.
Oh god.
Oh god.
So you see Lorelei's jaw completely relax as it just completely open, eyes
Oh my
green,
gosh.
wide open. As we cut into darkness as Pickle
Very cool.
makes their way up to the top. So, real quick, roll me a stealth check. Double check if spiders get advantage or not. You
You
re-roll
get
it.
a +4.
All right, hang on a second.
Wow.
Let me have a look for you.
Nice.
Spider climb, web sense, web walker. So yeah, +4.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Is
Oh,
it a
no,
noisy spider?
It's a nat 1, so that's
Oh.
Ooh.
5.
So it's a 5.
Very noisy spider.
Hmm.
How does a spider be noisy?
We're gonna find out.
I mean, we're gonna find out. So this is what happens.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Pickle works sorry, pronouns he, him. Is that pronouns for
Yeah, it's a he. It's a he.
so he scurries his way up and it's a very weird like vision because obviously the eyes are like there's multiple lenses if you would for yourself.
Yeah.
And
Multiple eyes.
yeah. And
Mm.
as you trail through the dark, there's like a little pin of light, and you start to head towards it. And eventually it opens up into a... I should be able to do this. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can get this going. Yeah. I'm going to move this over. So if you're on roll 20, just...
What the heck just happened? The boat.
Whoa.
Just...
There's a whole room in there.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Wow,
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. And you see Captain K and Cassandra. They are now. It's been an hour, right? So let me think. There's been
Sandra's very bored.
Cassandra. Well, so you see Captain K sort of. They're sort of standing over here. They're going through plans, right, of different locations and all that. You right now you've come from the bottom here, so you can't see what's on the table right now. But you do hear the tail end of a conversation because obviously it's been an hour.
Yeah.
There's a tail end of a conversation where Captain K just sort of not awkwardly, almost creepily put his massive hand onto Cassandra's shoulder, and there's this like squeeze in a like weird way, right?
He's dead.
And Captain K turns and goes, well, we've got at least a few weeks on this boat. Don't you think it's about time we, celebrate the journey? And Cassandra's got her arms folded looking at these maps. And she just shrugs his hand off. And just goes, keep it professional. We're colleagues. Not lovers.
Yeah, I want to end him.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome
You
to
just see Laura just like gag, even though
welcome
just
to the
watch
bad
it.
guy.
Yeah.
Lorelai wakes up and she's like, he has chosen death.
And Cassandra goes, once this trip's over, we're done. We're done. You can drop me off wherever you want, but no. I'm only in this for the gold, you know this. Sure, you've provided a boat and adventure, but throughout this time, how I've seen you treat the crew. Sickening. Sickening. And as you are looking at this conversation, there's actually something you notice in the room. There's not a speck of gold, treasure. There's a chest here, but it's just got clothes in. And as Cassandra says this, his hands are still on her shoulder and he squeezes and goes, "You'll come around one day." And Cassandra goes, "Fuck you."
Go tell him.
And as she like shrugs her shoulder off again, you see him grab her wrist and she right across his face.
Oh?
And you see it was a strong shot. His jaw has the handprint as he turns back and goes,
And she rolls the d4 for Dayton.
yeah.
Before for them.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it.
Just Laura starts just cheering, even though you can't, because you can still.
She just stood there
move.
like, damn,
Oh
they
my
feel
gosh.
more powerful than normal.
So unfortunately she didn't roll that well. So
Oh,
no.
Damn
she
it.
hits it. Poof, the hand is like, the handprint's there. But he just smiles. He barely even flinches his jaw. And he just goes, "I'll talk to you soon." And Cassandra just and just makes her way outside.
Should have been a snake. Should have bitten the fucker.
This is where your stealth comes in.
Oh no!
Yep,
I get
self.
squished.
So, as Captain K sort of watches Cassandra leave, you see him go behind this desk. I'll position him better. Hang on a second. He goes outside.
Go
He
for a
jumps
swim,
out
buddy.
window.
Go for a swim.
Emotional
Perfect.
damage. And he just leaves. And the you see him not too much from your position, but you see his hand push in. And in the middle of this floor, around about here, you see this hole just appear. Like a black
Secret
hole.
tunnel.
And you see Captain K go inside. And it's... And as he falls, he sees you, at least a spider, and goes down. You hear the... make a perception check.
That's the spider. Oh shit.
Yep.
Passive. Wait, no. This is. What do I roll? Do I just roll wisdom?
Let me have a look.
Perception is wisdom.
Yeah.
So
perception.
it's you have a +0, so just roll a d20.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to kill this dice. That's another nat 1. What is
Oh.
Burn the dice.
I'll give you this.
Oh no. Guess you should.
When he drops in, you hear a... And the black hole closes. Anything you'd like to do with Pickle?
He's still like not more than 100 feet away from me, right?
You're fine, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I could just telepathically tell him. I'll just tell him to go on the desk.
Yep.
That they were standing near, like to see the plans.
Okay, so from there, because you're looking through it, I want you to, let me think, how would this work? I believe you have to make an intelligence check through your own senses, actually, on this one. So roll me an intelligence check. So straight intelligence, d20 plus your intelligence modifier. Let me just double check how it goes, though.
As Laura, yeah? Not as the spider.
I believe as Lorelei, yeah. Because here's the thing, you can perceive through the spider, right? But your interpretation of what
Yeah.
you see can be user intelligence. That's how I'm gonna...
Oh yeah, because the
Do
spider
that.
isn't thinking about it. It's like me thinking about it.
Correct, yeah.
Don't film me, guys. Okay. Intelligence 22.
22.
Nice.
So you used to see on this table just coordinates and planned like where they're going to be heading to. Because you're not really a sailor that much, you're not too sure regarding the pinpoint accuracy of where this is on the map, if you would. But you would straight away understand that this is where this boat will be heading. The boat right now, with what you can see at least on the on this charter, if you would, is it's heading a bit further west than where the island you want to go to is. You also get a name of a ship that was what either has been taken down there, crash or anything like that, and the ship is called the Sunny. And yeah, that's it. You just know that that's the destination you're heading. A boat called the Sunny.
Before I tell him to go back, I'll go let him know to jump around the space that the black hole was.
Mhm.
Just to see.
Yeah, sure.
But
So, I'm gonna say, Pickle shoots a web at his butt, and then crawls down, and it's just pitter pattering all around where that black hole is.
yeah.
It just looks like a solid floor.
I'll tell him to go back, but go back under the. Wait, was he under the desk?
As in Pickle.
Yeah.
You can say
under
that.
this desk.
You can say that. Yeah.
I just want to see if there is anything under it while he goes back.
There's definitely a slightly glowing button under the desk.
All right. So, okay. That's information. I'll just tell him to go back, and I'll snap out of the senses and just go back to myself.
You can just bamf him back onto your shoulder, by the way, if you want to.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
There you go. So, Rising Sun, you see this gaunt face of Lorelei with dark green eyes. Her eyes appear back. How do you come out of this slumber, Lorelei?
So we know zombies rising out of graves in horror movies. Just like a gasp, just I'm alive.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, are you okay, Miss Lorelei?
Was it a spider? That's too much. Captain is a dick, and I really want to kill him. He also has a black hole. I don't think that's good.
Black hole?
Yeah, he just pressed the button, I think, and the black hole just showed up in his cabin. And he just disappeared. I don't think that's supposed to happen.
Well, I suppose that's something we'll have to investigate after we've taken care of him.
I really do want to take care of him. He was such a bitch. I have not seen this much drama. It was terrible. Poor Cassandra. I'd have to for a drink or something. She should not be going through this.
We'll be sure to take care of her once all of this is done with.
The last thing you hear after you say that, Rising Sun, that sounds like I'm about to kill you right there, and Ben just realized.
I was like, Road has
thing
been
you hear.
watching the steps. That's they've been diligently if anyone's coming up, coming down, from them.
I just have this idea of the black hole appearing above your heads, and his head pops through. Go, what the fuck are
Oh,
you doing?
jeez.
I just had
No
that.
one knows, no
That
That
kid.
was pretty sick. But no, you as you say that, Rising Sun, you hear the similar thuds from, you assume, Captain K, as you hear and a couple of seconds later you just feel the ship tilt one way without needing an intelligence throw or anything like that. You know, Captain K has gone to the top. More than likely, he's the one manning the ship right now. He's in charge of where it's going. So before we move on to our break, what do you three want to do after all this information? You can go straight up if you want to. It's up to you three.
I don't know that I have anything else.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I think we're ready.
So you three come together at the bottom of the stairs, and you steel your will. You bring your mind into the idea of what's ahead. Lorelei, I'm assuming, puts across this information for Road to hear as well.
Yeah, I'll definitely pass on. I want to kill this dude. Very much.
Okay.
Not just
Okay.
Roman.
She's very enthusiastic.
Okay. Road just is like, whatever you say, okay.
As this moment happens, and you slowly go up the steps, and there are some crew members as you're walking through the top who sort of just look at you and just sort of give you a nod as you make your way. Who's going to be the first one to walk out, by the way? So it's single file through these steps.
I'll probably go first.
Yeah, I'll probably move back. Just like, oh, you go do the. I'll just stand back.
All right. As this
Yeah, I'll go
happens,
first.
you walk up the steps, slowly just... The sun in the sky sort of hits your faces. The waft of the sea breeze hits you, the wind goes by you. As you hear, "Who the fuck are you?" And that's where we're going to take a break. So yeah, we'll be back. We're going to get into a bit of combat. I'm also going to restart the stream because there's been a lot of frame rate drops on my end, unfortunately.
Sure.
So
Alright.
I'm sure it's going to be fine either way.
I didn't know
but
if it was me or my internet, but
yeah, apologies to anyone who's watching. It's been all rendering and all that kind of stuff, but we'll get it fixed. But yeah, we move on. We come back to the main fight, and I'm going to be doing a couple of rolls my end as well
oh,
to see
Mhm.
how well your speeches did. So we'll be back in 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes max, and we'll be back at the top of, not initiative yet, there might be a little bit of roleplay, but then we crack on. See you in a second. Goodbye.